Jim Harbaugh finally closes on his top QB target in the 24 cycle. I don't know if you heard, but he just landed a commitment from four-star quarterback Jaden Davis. And I'm bringing on our Michigan insider, EJ Holland from the Wolverine, to talk all about this major commitment for the Wolverines. EJ, how is Michigan able to finally close the deal on their coveted QB target out of North Carolina?
It's been a long time coming, right? We've talked about Jaden Davis for several months now. I think the most recent visit really helped push Michigan over the edge. It gave him a chance and his family a chance to meet new quarterbacks coach Kirk Campbell, who's been an upgrade over Matt Weiss. And ultimately, it came down to Jim Harbaugh, right? Jim Harbaugh is the guy that has the quarterback experience. He played quarterback at Michigan, played quarterback in the NFL, coached some great quarterbacks in the league as well. And that really appealed to Jaden Davis and his family throughout the entire process. So I think just getting him back to campus, getting him in front of Campbell, just getting him alongside some other recruits as well, commits like Luke Hamilton and Ben Roebuck and Jordan Marshall, who both pulled the trigger immediately after that visit. I think that helped a lot as well, getting him to feel like part of the class, part of the family. So great win for Michigan. Jaden Davis was arguably the most important target on the board. Michigan had gone back-to-back cycles without landing a true quarterback. Now they get one in Jaden Davis, regardless of where you want to rank him. Some sites have him as a 5-star. We have him as a top 105 player nationally. Either way, he's a true quarterback. He's a high-level signal caller, and that's exactly what Michigan needed this cycle.
And boy, did they need it. A big commitment. It really gets Michigan rolling. But what was it about Davis's skill set that attracted Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan staff?
Well, he's a perfect fit for the offense. I mean, you need a guy that can just be a cerebral player that can manage the offense, right? You don't need a true gunslinger, even though, J.J. McCarthy has that ability, obviously. I think Jaden's a little bit more of a safer guy. He knows how to control an offense. In fact, when I went out to see him this season, one of the things that really stood out to me about Jaden Davis was just his command of the offense, his leadership abilities, guy that completed more than 70% of his passes this year after only completing about 55% as a sophomore. So he took his completion percentage up significantly, and a lot of that had to do with the weapons around him, but he utilized those weapons really, really well. He has great footwork in the pocket. He's a polished passer. So I think he just fits. He's not a dynamic player with his legs, and I think that limits his ranking a bit. When you couple that with his height, he's only about 6 foot, 6.5 feet. So usually when you're that short, you want a guy that can make plays with his legs. Now, Jaden Davis certainly isn't a statue, but he is a true pocket passer that can move the chains. And when you have a Michigan offensive line that's won back-to-back Joe Moore awards, when you have the running backs that Michigan has, I mean, you just need a guy to move the chains. And so Jaden Davis can certainly do that efficiently, and he has enough arm talent to occasionally hit the big play as well.
We talked about his impact on the field. EJ, tell me about his impact on the recruiting trail. How will the commitment of Jaden Davis to Michigan impact their 2024 class?
I think it definitely helps. When you look at Michigan's previous classes, they haven't had a quarterback leading the class since J.J. McCarthy. And we mentioned this when we last talked. That's a long time. J.J.'s about to be a junior. So Jaden's going to be the first quarterback leader of a class. And, anybody that follows recruiting knows that quarterbacks really help. Peer recruiting can go a long way, especially when these guys are out doing the same camps, the same visits, the same 7-on-7s and things of that nature. I think that having a guy like Jaden Davis actually be a leader, recruiting others to Michigan is certainly going to help. And he's been to Michigan so many times, he knows most of Michigan's top targets. So he is going to be actively involved. Now, he might not have the super personality of J.J. McCarthy. Hardly anybody does, but he is a guy that is very well respected amongst his peers. And I think that's going to give Michigan a big boost.
All right. Well, EJ, thank you for your time and thank you for your insight on this breaking news. Jaden Davis to the Michigan Wolverines. Thanks. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. And remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.